Hey, Alex here from Blacksheep IT Consulting. This is a quick update on devpops 23.9. If you don't know what devpops is, do check out the Blacksheep CRM GitHub channel. Look for devpops. Links are in the description of this video. Check out the README on devpops, especially the first header here, strictly educational, do not use in mission critical environments. devpops is just a fun way to learn Siebel OpenUI and advanced configuration techniques, all in a useful package. So if you're not familiar with devpops, do check out this information provided here. And in devpops 23.9, there's only one significant new feature, and you find that in the devpops menu under helpers. So it's the AI logging central. And it comes up as this, and it shows you in tabs each of your AIs that it has discovered. It would prompt for a credentials if you haven't provided them already. And for each section, you see the typical logging sections such as user interface or UI, SOAP inbound, CalDAV, REST inbound, etc. It shows the current log level. And of course, as you would expect, you can change the log level here by clicking the bar. If you click it on the left-hand side, you decrease, and if you click it on the right side, you increase the log level. Well, let's put it to information. It's a pretty high log level. Same with the REST inbound. And once you submit this, you can notice that it has updated the AI profile. So the AI profile resides in Zookeeper and is accessible through the Cloud Gateway REST API, which is documented in, not in Bookshelf directly, but in the Oracle Siebel GitHub repository. So here we pay a quick visit to the Oracle Siebel GitHub repository. If you look at configuring Siebel, you will not necessarily find anything related to Cloud Gateway REST API. But if you look deeper into containerization and Docker, and if you watched my previous video on the ARU on containerization, with the sample database, for example, then you will know that Oracle uses this repository or part of this repository as you go down here, the classic MDE part. So you can find here scripts that help you in building Siebel containers, either rolling your own containers or using Oracle's pre-built containers. So if you go down into Manage and Scripts and Automate Architecture, and SMC, then you will find scripts that actually use the Cloud Gateway REST API in a public GitHub repository. And these scripts are all more or less the same. They use some parameters they put in and then create a big JSON object, which is the information stored in Zookeeper once it's saved there. So this is a full pre-built AI profile that it uses for bootstrapping the enterprise. You can make out the web tools section, for example, here. And then it uses curl calls to just post these REST requests to the Cloud Gateway REST API. So this was my source of inspiration here. And by no means am I trying to replace the Siebel Management Console. So we all know the Siebel Management Console, and let's check out the logging section here, because that's what the logging central in devpops is all about. And indeed, the log level is information now. So let's see if we can change this one more time. Let's just set the log level back to error and submit this. Successful. Let's reload that page in SMC. And we notice, yeah, the UI log level has gone back to error. So definitely that works. Let me set it back to information again. And so you would say, okay, you replace the SMC UI with a shoelace or shoe query UI. That's not really spectacular. Okay, we can learn a little bit about the Cloud Gateway REST API and find some useful use cases, such as viewing and setting log levels in one single place or in a standalone app. So what's the benefit here? The true benefit is when you actually try to do it in the SMC, and I've made some preparations here. So let me first get out of here and make sure I reload. And let's try to set the log level right in SMC. Let's set it back to error for the user interface and submit this. And you might have seen this before. One error found, fix before submitting. Okay, not really clear where the error is. Well, let me tell you where it is. It is here in the application section. One of these applications, or rather the object managers for this application, like Sales Mobile, is not online. So here I can see the error actually, that this object manager couldn't be located because it's not online or running. This is an SMC specialty. It has nothing to do with the REST API really, because you have seen I could set the log level through the REST API quite successfully, but I cannot set it through here unless I start that object manager. Now let's check it out. Is it really shut down? Let me cancel out of here. There's no other way out. And let's go to the components, find the sales. Okay. And indeed, it's in a shutdown state. So that prevents the SMC from actually saving any changes to the AI profile, including the log level or other changes, unless you have all your objects managers up and running, which might not be the case always. So that's also one good reason maybe to explore more the Cloud Gateway REST API. So you got some pointers here. devpops has a new example for using the Cloud Gateway REST API in a meaningful way. Make sure you check out the links in the description, which also point to the Oracle Siebel GitHub repository, where you find plenty of examples of, well, using the Cloud Gateway REST API to make changes, to create profile, or even deploy servers, etc. Have a great day. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.